All right. Hello, everybody.
It's live.
It's live. And yes, I still have not fixed my overlay.
I mean,
so that chat can go on the side.
It's fine.
Whatever.
Fine.
It's nice to have that bar there in case I need it for like the your character hears.
Yeah, it's
Totally.
fine. Totally fine.
Oh, how's everybody doing today? How are you doing today?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Me too.
I would say I am feeling pretty chill.
We are getting started with sketches today. Got a couple of sketch commissions, and then we'll be moving on to some headshots. And if I had to guess, that's probably what we'll be doing today.
Isn't this commission 2 characters? You just starting with the one?
No.
Oh wait, no,
one.
that one is one. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was confusing it with a different one.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was another one with a dog and a cat.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
No, I got a couple of different ones that are people's pets.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Not that I doubt you, just kind of a, wait, did I miss something?
You did. good doggo.
It is good, doggo. I'm not much one for dogs, but it's a good dog.
Well, I'm glad that you have some good taste.
Wow. Jeez. Just roasting me. Nah, I'm absolutely more of a cat and snake person.
A snake.
Yeah, adorable little snakes.
Maybe cute ferrets. Or rats.
I guess. I don't know. If an animal gets too small, I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt it.
Mm.
Like, even if I would never actually hurt it, it's just like, this thing is very small, I don't know what to do with it.
I am a cat and dog person as well.
Have you guys seen Batman Ninja? I think you would really love the art direction if you haven't. I have not even heard of it.
No, I haven't heard of it at all.
Batman Ninja 2018 animated superhero film produced by Warner Bros. And animated in Japan.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. was released theatrically.
So we'll see it eventually.
Yep. It had a theatrical release in Japan, not in America.
Yeah, because otherwise we definitely would have at least heard about it.
Yeah, in 2018, absolutely.
Because that's when we were doing current movie reviews.
Yeah. I like how it's called Batman Ninja, but he's definitely more so wearing samurai attire.
I mean, same thing, right?
No.
No.
But if I were to think of Batman, I would think, yeah, he's probably more of a ninja than a samurai. But the attire they gave him definitely looks more samurai-esque.
Well, see, that's the thing.
They gave him a katana.
I think the aesthetics of samurai suit Batman better.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual, like, what you think of when you think of a samurai versus a ninja suits Batman better.
Sorry, go back.
So, if you're just thinking about, like, aesthetics, samurai fits Batman better.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about, like, what you think of between a samurai and a ninja fits Batman better.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're going to sneak in and crush somebody's skull, but, like, in a quiet way.
Right.
Rip current movie reviews? Yeah, well, there was a panini, so we're not going outside.
There was a panini.
Also, it's really
expensive,
yeah.
Especially, like, if we don't go outside and we just rent movies through streaming services, that's blah. So expensive.
How do you quietly break someone's skull? With a pillow. And then a hammer. I don't know.
I just want to add to that really quick. If you know the right places, skulls are actually quite fragile.
Yeah, I mean, you're correct.
So, you know. And now I leave you.
I was just gonna say, we all watched Our Flag Means Death.
Right? Just take a skewer.
You're gonna skewer my ear?
Just take a shish kebab down someone's ear. You fractured their skull.
Oh no, that was Audie that was telling us. Audie was telling us the secret ways.
Medical family.
Oh, welcome from Sicklandia. Do all the self-care. Oh, it is the Force Day, isn't it?
Yeah. It is technically the Star Wars Day. So nice to hear your voices. Wish I could chat. Well, you rest your voice. That's more important.
Yeah.
The Clouded Moon novelization is about to get an overhaul. I can tell you that.
Ooh. Exciting.
About to go full red wall on it. Well, not that anthro.
But we are taking a more red wall approach to things, so yeah. I'd say between Watership Down and Red Wall, and if Warriors is, somewhere in the middle leaning towards Watership Down, we're somewhere in the middle leaning towards Red Wall. Y'all, the next drawing a blank is gonna hit different. It's gonna be good.
It's also gonna take a while for it to be out.
Don't take the wind out of my sails.
I'm just saying the truth.
It's a big one. It's a big hour-long one. If I don't add anything to it. Because I've been tempted a couple of times.
Boy, oh boy.
What?
You really just need to... You just need to finish the video as is.
But what if I think of something important? Important, Whitney.
Yeah, I still think you should limit yourself.
Never. The reason that it's taking so long is because it requires actual editing.
Mm-hmm. Because you are using clips from the media that is related to the drawing a blank.
Yep. Which reminds me, I still need that other...
That other clip.
Yeah, recorded.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that right now?
That would be fantastic.
Okay. You're going to have to give me a little bit because I'm in the middle of this. But then, yes, I can probably do that for you.
Thank you. That would be great.
I draw every day. Oh, Avalon's just like, I need to practice drawing more. And I'm like, I kind of draw every day.
What do you mean?
I am doing my comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it every week. It's me, Whitney. I am the married person to Tennille.
That one right there, that one's mine.
Yeah, Denial Egypt's got it down. I am married to Tennille, and we do Animation Pilgrimage together, which comes out every week on this channel. And then we also have a gaming channel and Twitch where we play video games together. And we do a lot of stuff. And I also have a webcomic that I'm working on currently.
Yeah.
Barely started, but it's still happening.
Oh, it's getting good though.
Oh, it is getting very good.
And I'm the roommate who likes to randomly pop in and say shit when I have something to say.
And now you know the whole dynamic of the household.
Because I don't like to do my work.
Get back to work!
What kind of question do you have?
Why are you asking me if you can ask a question?
just ask the question. If we feel like answering it, we will. If we won't, we won't.
Yeah. In general, go through life not asking if you can ask a question. If you don't think it's an appropriate question to ask, don't ask it.
Oh shit, did somebody swear? Fuck, I'm sorry. I make jokes, but we are all adults here.
Yeah.
Oren you're banned. I make You're fine, Oren.
Is this a stupid question? What about this? What about this?
Water's laughing in the background got me. If the question is about warriors or drawing advice or when the next episode of whatever is going to be out, the answer is probably silence.
Yeah.
Says Avalon. And yeah. Oregon's like, I try so hard to get banned, and for what?
You're gonna have to try harder. I can give it timeout, Oregon, if that'll help.
Good stuff.
I mean, I feel like I've answered pretty much every Warrior Cats question under the sun. Just literally go to any previous stream.
You also did the answering 20 questions video.
Forever ago. Yeah.
Apparently it's been trending again because I've seen a lot of new comments on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Or every now and again I just see another one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Do y'all have any TV or movie suggestions?
Our Flag Means Death is great.
Yeah.
Heartstopper if you're a baby. We watched the first episode of that a few nights ago.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
Very cheesy, but, you know.
Incredibly cheesy. Holy crap.
Yeah, but, like Rosalind Book says, Heartstopper is good if baby.
It's on webtoons first, because I keep seeing ads for it pop up.
Yeah, I saw it was based on something,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, that would explain the cartooniness.
Yeah,
Like-
it uses some 2D effects sometimes.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
they're feeling butterflies
Yeah. It's cute.
for love.
That is-
Like I said, we only watched the first episode of it, so you know I don't have a super definitive opinion about it.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you switching over?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like go find the thing.
It's starting to rain.
It's raining?
Just a tiny bit.
Yes, rain!
I just see little droplets on my window.
I mean, I don't think anyone's really going to disagree with you, Avalon. Warriors has never been phenomenal by any means. It's just a very easy series to get connected to, regardless of writing quality.
I think I got a good deal out of Warriors. 2 roommates and 3 best friends.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the right one. Also, I think trash finally went, so I'm gonna go grab that.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, better do it before it really starts raining.
Speaking of things that are not written well, I think I've caught up with Miraculous Ladybug again. And god damn it, the season finale, I'm like, okay. That was sort of fine, I guess. My day's going well. Step away from the show now? If only I could. I do for the most part. I'm away from it for a really long time, and then I'll see somebody talk about it, and I'm like, ugh. I gotta know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Miraculous.
Oh.
And then I tell you about what stupid things the show is doing, and you're like...
But wait, I thought they... Why would they do that?
And I'm like, I don't know! I have no idea.
Every time, doesn't matter what it is. But why would they do that? It's not a... Ah, boo.
Did you pick the wrong disc?
Well, I thought it would be on this one.
No.
That's dumb. Why is it not...
It's right at the end of the show.
I know, but like, yeah, I thought the finale was longer than that and required its own full disc. Neil, have you read Wings of Fire?
Sorry, Feather. Yes, I have read Wings of Fire. I made videos about Wings of Fire.
Multiple videos.
Yeah. So I don't mean to laugh at you. It's just, it's funny, because, yes. Yes, I've definitely read it. I haven't read the new book, though.
But is it on or off? Oh.
No, I do not draw with a mouse.
I do. But it's not really drawing.
Yeah, no, it's fine, Feather. It's just, it's funny because if you look on my, like, if you just looked on my channel, you'd see I have lots of videos on Wings of Fire. What is Wings of Fire? Oh, yeah, fuck Harry Potter, man. I hate that Harry Potter has become, like, something where if I see that people like it, or if I see that people, like, are in the fandom of it, I have to be like, ugh, are they gonna be transphobic? Because even before JK was starting to be a nasty turf, it's like, I don't know. Harry Potter had already kind of lost a lot of its magic for me. So it was like seeing it around was just kind of not a bad clue about anyone, but I'm just kind of like, oh man, I wish these people would get another interest. And then the whole turf stuff happened, and I'm like, alright, now if you like Harry Potter and still support the series, now I'm just concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else said, or asked if I have read Percy Jackson. I've listened to the audiobooks of the first series and then the first
1.5 books of the second series.
Yes.
We could probably get back to that at some point.
Yeah.
Just haven't had time to just sit down and listen to books.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yes, we have watched the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm sold. I don't want to know anything else until the game comes out.
Kingdom Hearts is lovely. My baby. I love it.
And who's your favorite Organization 13 member? As if you have to ask.
Yeah, Zigbar. Easy, Zigbar.
In both the old and new, I would say.
Yeah.
They're like the first organization and the second was like Zigbar.
Marluxia's grown on me a lot since Union Cross.
Oh yeah.
But I think I'm going to be even more into him going forward versus what he used to be in the organization.
Yeah. I'm more curious what Laurium's going to be up to than Marluxia. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Axel's great.
Axel is great.
Axel's gotten really boring for me in the recent games. He feels like he has nothing to do. I know this is an opinion that a lot of people don't share, but I would be perfectly fine if Axel, Roxas, and Shion just stepped out of the story.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they are done. Allow them to just go off and be kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
be
feel...
friends.
Yeah, be friends.
I mean, but we also still have the whole... I agree that, like, Roxas and Shion, and by extension Axel, like, don't have much left to do with the plot, but Syax, or Isa, and Axel do.
Yeah.
So
I guess. But I don't know. It feels like Axel's just like really bored. And that might just be because of the voice
I
actor.
think it's because of the voice actor.
I think he's just like, I don't want to do this character anymore.
Which, you know, I don't know how many people want him to do the character either. I have never played Terraria.
I think it's similar, but not the exact same as like a 2D Minecraft. But again, I don't know that that's inherently true. That's just kind of the impression I got from looking at it. Not really anything I've been interested in.
No. I've never been into Minecraft either.
It looks like another game that you just have like free reign to do whatever the hell you want with very little direction as to what you're supposed to be doing.
And I don't generally go for those kinds of games because I spend a lot of my professional time being creative and doing things like that I don't want to be
creating your own stories and shit like that.
Right, that I don't want to spend my free time doing that as well.
Yeah, when I'm doing my free time, I just kind of want to turn off my brain for creation
and let other people tell me stories.
Tell me cool stories.
Yeah.
With their characters. I want to know what their characters are doing. If I have to do the actions for the character, that's fine, but like I don't want to have to come up with the character and make my own fun. Axel got a downgrade in Kingdom Hearts 3. Every time he showed up, it's like, remember him? He used to be an asshole. Now he's 30. Love it.
Yeah, he's had a lot of his spice removed from him. Looks at Wobble Dogs. Okay, but Wobble Dogs, I don't necessarily have to be creative. And obviously, like, what I'm saying is not, like, 100% true all of the time. Like, I can get into the designing aspect of, like, Animal Crossing or whatever. But as a general rule, I prefer not to play sandbox games in my free time. And when I do play sandbox games in my free time, they tend to be the only thing I do.
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of takes over my brain for a while.
Yeah. I mean, currently we're playing Final Fantasy XIV, which you get to create your own character, but also it's just telling a story that your character is involved in. It's not like we have to go out and make our own fun.
I'm not role-playing.
Yeah.
Not that you can't role-play in that game.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely role-play with other people, but I'm not interested in interacting with other human characters in that way.
Yeah.
Avalon says, I just want my kids to shut up about Roblox.
I did not realize that was still such a thing until like a few months ago.
Watched a video about the incredibly exploitative nature of Roblox.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, this is geared at literal children. Oh no.
Oh, this is quite bad, actually. Parents should be stepping in here.
Government should be stepping in here.
Yeah.
And, making a lot of what they're doing illegal. What if we had children make video games for us, and then we took most of their profits?
Yeah.
Also, what if we literally made items for children to gamble on with real money?
Mm-hmm.
This seems fine. For thousands of dollars.
As someone who is a kid with no money, it shocks me how much money kids
Have access to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, how the hell do you have any money, kid? I got like $25 over the course of half a year that I saved from like a couple from birthdays, and like, I don't know, I did an odd job that my family actually paid me for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I spent it on one Bionicle.
Click here for free Roblox. No, Yoshi.
No, click here for free Robux.
Robux.
The money.
Oh yeah.
The Roblox money. Oh, I want Marvel to die. I want the Marvel Cinematic Universe to die. And this is a fairly recent thing that's just kind of like nosedived for me personally.
Uh-huh.
It's like, we watched all of up through Infinity War, Endgame, whichever order those came in. And like, they were fine. They were good. They were good points. They were bad points. But past that, it doesn't feel like there's any direction, and it feels like, okay, we just watched the newest Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which feels like a direct response to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And then I went back and looked at some timestamps of when things were...
Timestamps.
Well, when things were released and when things were announced and stuff like that. And obviously I can't say this for 100% sure, but it definitely feels...
Like, Spider-Verse did well, and then Disney was like,
we can
hey,
do multiverse.
Let's do that.
We can do multiverse. Alright, we'll just...
We're not going to be one-upped by this Sony animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I would highly recommend the video by CJ the X on Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yeah?
But one of the conclusions that they came to that I agree with is that No Way Home was kind of like the conclusion of the custody battle between Disney and Sony over Spider-Man. Because, Marvel tried to sell Sony all of the Marvel characters at a point, and they're like, we'll take Spider-Man, but no others.
Right.
Yeah. We'll take Spider-Man and any related villains with the Spider-Man, so we get Venom too.
But nothing else.
Nothing else.
And now that, Marvel Cinematic Universe has gotten so big, they're like, but...
Can we have Spider-Man back? And Sony's like, no.
They're like, but we want a piece of that money pie too, please. Boo, 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 boo. And Disney's like, hey, we want to, make our cinematic universe complete, please. And they're like, no, this is my piece of this money pie. And so, it's kind of like... The No Way Home was basically written... The idea is that No Way Home was written as the, conclusion, backwards from the conclusion of, this is what we're doing as our settlement of our little custody battle.
It certainly feels like Marvel is not going to be using Spider-Man in the MCU anymore after this movie, Which is a shame. Because
I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Tom Holland's
too.
really good, but this movie was not great for Tom Holland's Spider-Man because the first two movies they skipped the origin story. We didn't need the origin story, and then this movie gave us the origin story, and it was a very boring Spider-Man movie. It wasn't something new.
Right. Well, and then then he acted very anti himself, anti exactly what he said he was gonna do, and just screwed over MJ at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wasn't great. And all the fan service and shit like that felt like, again, a direct response to Into the Spider-Verse. They're like, we can throw money at this project and get all of the other live-action Spider-Mans into one movie. Isn't that cool? Don't watch animated movies, watch our movies that are definitely not animated. No animation here, even though all of it's animated.
But the thing that made Into the Spider-Verse good was that it was tastefully done.
It was also doing something interesting and new
exactly.
and original.
Which is what I originally liked Tom Holland's Spider-Man for doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it had that Tony Stark, Peter Parker, mentor-student relationship
Which
to
is
it.
so different.
Which was so different and furthered both of their character arcs.
Yeah.
And said something about how far Tony has come and how much Peter Parker still has to learn. That was an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, chat has moved completely on from our conversation.
Dude, I don't care.
I have to talk about...
I have to complain about Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Alright, I'm
All right.
exiting before I ever get any work done.
I only watched the first 4 episodes of Moon Knight. There was at least one more episode out while I was watching it, but I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most poorly written show I have ever experienced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's saying something. Because there's some really dumb shit that happens in the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But this was on a fundamental level.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad when characters walk into a brand new scene, have to stop and explain the significance of the room that you're standing in that we can't see for a minute. They're like, oh, look at this set. This room is actually the Eye of Horus. And I'm like, no, it's not. Look, I drew the Eye of Horus on the ground here so you can tell it's the same thing. And I'm like, no, it's not. It still isn't the Eye of Horus. No matter how many times you tell me, it's a weirdly curved room. You need to show me a different angle to convince me this is what it is. And then you explain why it's the Eye of Horus, and then you leave, and that never matters again.
Oh, yeah, Yoshi, that whole thing bothers me too, is that, okay, spoilers for No Way Home. We're going to be talking about it. But they essentially just, did a reset button on that whole issue. Where it's just alright, now we've taken care of the problem. And, obviously they can still do other stuff with it. But the point still stands that it's well, we just hit a reset button, so now the thing that we've been building up to for the last few years doesn't matter.
Yup.
And, obviously it still matters for Peter because he's, all alone now. And they could explore something with that. Or they could just write him out of the story. But...
Who knows?
Who knows? I just don't feel like I have an idea of, what direction they're going in. And it feels, instead, like the opposite. Like they don't have a direction they're going in.
Every single Marvel show and or movie that has come out since... Endgame does not feel like it's leading to anything else. They're just throwing a bunch of ideas out there and figuring out what's going to stick and where they're going to go from there.
Right.
Anyways, I'm going to go back to Moon Knight. I'm going to not... Oh no, I technically spoiled a scene, but that scene means nothing. That one scene means nothing. The biggest problem is whenever Moon Knight... Oh, okay, another really big problem with Moon Knight is whenever he's in the costume, it's CGI.
Yeah. That's
Why?
dumb.
Why is it CGI? There was no need for it to be CGI. That looked like a costume that could very easily be done in a practical way. The transformation sequence obviously would have to be CGI, but when he's
There's no reason not to put an actor in a costume.
I know, but no. Every time
And
Moon
it's
Knight
not
is
even
there.
a complicated costume.
I know, it's a dude with like bandages all over his body and then a cape with a hood. But you can't CGI the cape. Like the cape wouldn't look good unless you CGI'd it.
Well, then CGI the cape for the shots you need.
Yeah, it's really dumb. The whole body does not need to be CGI. It's very stupid. Also, they are... The character is... Shoot, what is the term? They have multiple personalities.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what they are a system. And
Yeah.
I really don't know how well that is represented. I would have to... I know we have a couple of systems in our Discord server. I would have to ask them
How they feel about it. Yeah.
Me, from an outside looking in, I can only assume this doesn't feel the greatest.
Mm-hmm. But
Like,
you don't
it's,
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's the absolute most offensive thing that's ever happened. There's plenty of horror movies out there that are 20,000 times worse.
Right. Yeah, DID.
DID, yes, that's it. Yeah, now everyone's saying DID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dissociative identity disorder. So I don't know. I would have to ask other people to...
You also have to remember, this is the exact same company that made Cruella, like, what was it, a year and a half ago.
Oh, God, you're right. That was so poorly done.
And... oh...
It is exaggerated because it's a superhero show. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah. That I obviously knew. But it was like, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. The two different identities are very different, which I know is a thing that does happen. That's not my issue with it. I'm going to stop talking about it because I don't know what I'm talking about with that part.
But
it's just more
it's
of
just something,
it exists.
it's in there and you already feel like it's not being done super great.
Yes.
But
like,
you don't know for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another issue is because it's a superhero show, it feels like it needs to have action sequences and like lore sequences, but none of them feel like they lead into each other. The main character will walk to a place with another character and then like they'll talk for a little bit and then they're like, I guess we have to have a fight sequence now because it's been half an episode without a fight sequence. And then they do a fight sequence, and I'm like, why are any of these characters fighting? I don't know who any of these people are. And they do this every episode. It's so dumb.
Smoky Screen, I can try to answer your question if you're a little bit more specific. Because I don't know exactly what you mean by what art tool I'm using. And yeah, Yoshi, big corpse handling non-standard mental... statuses always end up being terribly representative of those people. Yeah.
I'm glad Moon Knight is a hero, I guess. Oh, well, he's painted in a very poor light in the universe.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah, he's painted
He's
as
like an anti-hero-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moon Knight is an anti-hero with DID.
Mm-hmm.
And, wow, the Egyptian gods are real and they possess people. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
But the Egyptian god possessing the guy is not the DID. The guy already has two personalities, and then one of the personalities made a deal with an Egyptian god.
Okay.
And the other Egyptian gods hate this Egyptian god.
I see.
It's a whole pile of shit.
Yeah.
No one talks to each other. If anyone talked to each other, like...
the conflict would just be resolved.
Yes!
Yeah. That sucks.
It's poorly written, on like a
melodrama kind of level.
it's like on the grand scheme, like give you the ideas that are supposed to happen, but like from the scene to scene writing is just so poorly done, it doesn't work. And the first episode is supposed to be confusing because you're only experiencing one of the personalities' experiences, so he's suddenly like somewhere else and he's like, what the hell is happening?
Right.
And that was well done in a
That's an interesting concept.
yeah, it's an interesting concept to throw everything off and feel very disjointed and weird.
Uh-huh.
But then like 2 episodes later they completely drop that and you just are always there no matter who's in control. And then the very poor writing is extremely apparent.
It kind of reminds me of my problems with WandaVision, where it's like, the
It's-
TV stuff is so cool. Them sticking to these like older TV formats as a way to not only explore Wanda's psyche, but also pay homage to these old television formats, and can make kind of like a social commentary on like
Media.
why TV was this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was really interesting. And then as soon as that part's like solved, then the show just becomes like a really boring Marvel thing.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
And it loses a lot of the nuance.
Anyways, I stopped watching after episode 4. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening anymore because the writing is so poor and I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And I watched all of the other Marvel things, even for like characters I don't like in scenarios I don't like.
You watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier thing.
I watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I watched Hawkeye. And I fucking hate Hawkeye. I think his character is bad. I think his actor is a shitty human being. And I think his show was really like
it was
about
a Christmas stories, and you hate Christmas stories.
It was literally just Home Alone, except with Hawkeye
Uh-huh.
and his new every possible thing I hate. But you know what? That show was still well written. It knew what it wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
And it had actual things to say and show about people with hearing loss and did interesting things with that.
Right.
Like, there was still okay representation.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah,
say
yeah.
good, but it was okay representation.
It was making an attempt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hate this Moon Knight thing.
That's too bad.
Ugh.
I've only been watching the things that personally interested me. So, watch WandaVision, watch Loki, and then watch No Way Home. But that's pretty much it. Oh, we did watch the ScarJo movie, the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
I remember so little of that. It left so little of an impact.
Yeah, it's just a lot of, why did you do it this way?
Right.
Every single part of it was, why did we do it like that?
Yeah. Oh, did you record the thing?
Yeah, I recorded the thing.
Yay!
I just recorded the entire thing because I didn't know which pieces you needed.
Thank you. I basically need that whole episode.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, geez, Smoky Screen. I don't even remember who that is. Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, I kind of remember that was a thing, but
okay.
I do not remember that character at all.
That is another movie where, like, that was the quote-unquote villain that wasn't
Oh,
a
yeah,
villain.
Hela in Thor 3 was rad.
But, that was the quote-unquote villain of Ant and the Wasp Man.
Mm-hmm.
She was not a villain. She literally just needed help.
Oh, that's right. They
the
did a twist thing where...
Well, it was one of the most... It is easily one of the most contrived villains.
Right.
Of why they're a villain.
Where it's just like, if you would just talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
this whole movie would be over in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's very similar to how Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the villain of that movie, is not a villain, and every action that she takes is wrong, and clearly trying to write it as though they are a villain, but it's like, no, they're just a fucking refugee needing help.
Why am I remembering it as though Ghost is very similar to the conflict in Big Hero 6? Is that correct? Is that accurate?
You know, I honestly don't remember because I fucking hate those movies.
The Ant-Man and the Wasp movies?
I really don't like either of them.
Ant-Man?
I don't like either of the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah.
I try to forget that they exist.
Ant and the Wasp Man.
I feel like I'm getting very angry.
You tend to. You're a very passionate person.
It's true. That was his mistake.
That was like that's what I remember about Ghost. I'm like they're like guy. Professor Cullihan? Is that his name? Something
Sure.
like that.
Why not? Also, you're doing good art. Congrats, you got.
I mean,
2.
I'm working very slowly because we're like talking
Yeah,
at the
you
same time.
You done 2. Good job.
Well,
That's an impressive number for how much talking has been going on.
sometimes it's just like that. That's what happens when we have Mike on. I don't get art done as fast
Mm-hmm.
because
Well,
we're
if
chatting
Mike
with
is
you
on-
guys.
If Mike is on and you are actively part of the conversation,
Yeah.
you'll never get anywhere.
No. Avalon, don't do it. We watched, Whitney watched all of What If. I didn't watch the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
4?
Okay, sorry. What are people asking about it?
Just
Have you
asked if
watched the
you've
What If
watched.
series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched it.
What If lost me after, like, I already wasn't super keen on the idea, but What If lost me after the Doctor Strange episode.
Some of it was good, some of it was really boring.
Yeah, it was like, the Doctor Strange episode, I'm like, alright, you lost me, and then I saw, like, the next one was going to be about zombies, and I'm like, alright, you super lost me.
The zombie one was very bad.
Oh, Spooky Screen just said the zombie episode was my fave.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I don't like zombies.
Yeah.
And this added nothing new to it. The finale, where they, like, bring all the stories together, was fine. I guess. I think my favorite episode was the Thor episode. The what if Loki was given back to his parents immediately. So Loki did not grow up as thinking he was the brother of Thor. So Thor had no foil to his bullshittery. And
Right.
he just grows up as a snobby party prick. And so he goes to Earth and just throws an absolute banger across the entire planet.
Right.
And
No,
it's-
that episode seemed interesting.
It was-
See, and
it was
that's
silly
the kind
fun.
Of, that's the kind of what ifs I think they should have explored
Mm-hmm.
versus anything that could either have really serious implications or stuff that's like just fanfic territory of. Not that there's anything wrong with fanfic, but like the kind of fanfic where it's just like, I want to do this in a completely different like genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there was also the episode of what if Star-Lord was what's his face instead.
Oh yeah. Chitala?
Yeah, is that it? T'Challa? T'Challa.
T'Challa, yeah.
What if T'Challa got picked up instead of boring McNerd dude?
Yeah, that was fun because
That
he
was
was
fun.
just like way better at it.
Yeah, he's actually a competent,
awesome.
real leader. He actually gets fucking Thanos to be part of his crew.
Yeah.
And Thanos is just like constantly like, but what if? I thought it would be a plan that really worked, but I was convinced otherwise, and here we are now.
T'Challa's like, we've talked about this, man. You can't do that.
That was a fucking great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if the Black Panther was Star-Lord instead?
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. Anyways, the new Doctor Strange movie's out, and I've not watched it.
Nah. Alright. I'm deciding whether I move on to the next one or not.
What time is it right now?
3:44.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could always get, like, the sketches down.
I could, but I think I'm gonna stop here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, then I'll have to stop complaining about stuff.
Well, you can keep what, you think because the mic is off you're gonna stop complaining about this?
Yeah, I'll move on to do something else with my life.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, everybody. We will be back next week for more commissions. So if you would like to get one, head on over to Patreon. You can sign up in the little dibba, and that's how Patreon works. And then you get on the Discord, and you'll see all the little things to do the thing. And I'll have some kind of your character here scheduled for later in the month. Probably something to do with flowers or flower crowns, because I know...
April showers bring May flowers.
Exactly! And who doesn't love to have their OC with flowers? But yes, that's going to be it for today. Everybody take care and have a good week. If you would like to continue seeing us do fun stuff, we'll be playing Xenoblade Chronicles later tonight over on Twitch. And on Saturday, we're going to be playing video games with patrons.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a drawing game, Gartic Phone.
Gartic Phone!
Also, tomorrow I'm doing more warped art, and
things are gonna get serious.
Things are getting serious, and also the warning I've had on the stream, the rated for 13 or above
is going to be applied.
It is now actually going to be applicable.
Yeah. There's a violence.
There's a violence gonna happen.
Yeah. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Take care.